That was his own personal thought process. He didn't think anybody was going to find out about it. He didn't realize it was being recorded when he said it. He said it to another guy, to a guy in the media. He didn't know that they were recording him. He was just telling the guy how he felt. Because I'm famous, I feel like I should be able to just grab women by the pussy. This is not the guy who's going to be rounding up pedophiles. Okay, he's made a lot of comments about teenage girls and dating them. All right, he's not rounding up anybody. He's just tricking you QAnon guys because he wants your support. He wanted your support. And that's all that was. He's not going to take over and be re-inaugurated. He's done. He lost an election. Saying that he won the election, he's only pretending that that's the case. It's not the case. No court in America agreed with that because it was nonsensical. And his own DOJ, another crook, a corrupt politician, his own DOJ, William Barr, said there was no widespread voter fraud. That's why Donald Trump is in Florida now and not in the White House. Because all that was nonsense. He said that the election was rigged even when he won it. He says it all the time. Just in case he loses, he'll have an excuse and a reason to fight it. So those of you who believe that there was widespread voter fraud, you're wrong. Donald Trump was wrong. He's not going to be the president ever again, and he's in Florida getting fat. Okay? So the people who believed that he was going to retake the White House on March the 4th, and now they're all surprised and confused that that didn't happen. He was duping you all along. That was never going to happen. I don't know where you get this nonsense from. If someone just makes it up, this Q guy or whoever Q is, and puts this stuff out there, he's making a fool of you if you believe it. All right, I hate to be the one to tell you that, but it's true. All right, we're gonna go to another break, but we'll be right back, and we got a lot of interesting stuff to get to. Don't go away.
You're listening to a man who's almost intelligent, very close. Welcome back to Probably Offensive. One hell of a show. Yeah.
All right. Now I want to talk a little bit about something that is a little sensitive to some people, not to me. It's just something that I meant to say. I meant to talk about this on the last episode of this podcast, but I didn't get to it. And this is what it is. It's about, because I've been seeing a lot of white people that I know, white guys who I'm even friends with, posting things on Facebook that are nonsensical, like making posts like yay, it's okay to be white and stuff like that. Now I've seen a couple of these posts, and I didn't say anything. I didn't make any comments. It used to be that I would make a comment, and I thought about making comments on there, but I don't want to always be making comments when someone says something stupid. I've had enough of that when people are saying, things that are completely ridiculously idiotic and dumb about the evil dummy, the ex-president. Sometimes they say something so ridiculously idiotic that I can't let it go. A lot of times I just scroll on by, just looking on Facebook, just seeing, what's been posted. And sometimes I read stuff that's just real dumb, just seriously dumb. And I scroll on by like, okay, whatever. But sometimes I just can't let something go. Because some people like to romanticize. Like they'll mention the price of gas and talk about the price of gas was lower when Trump was president. Some people like to straight out lie. There's one guy, I won't mention his name, but he likes to straight out lie. He has said before in the past that Obama spent 8 years destroying the economy. Now that's just a flat out lie, because when Obama got into the White House, the economy was bad. And every year that Obama was in the White House, the economy got better and better. Now that's a fact. You can look up these numbers, whatever numbers they used to indicate how the economy's doing, whatever stats and graphs you can dig up. It will show that the economy got better and better every year that Obama was in the White House. And by the time he left the White House, the economy was in pretty good shape. And Trump just sort of took credit for it. And then when COVID hit, the economy went to hell. And Trump just didn't know how to handle it. He just lied about it and pretended like COVID was no big deal. And right until the point where he left the White House. And then he was claiming, oh, well, we got the vaccine now. We got the vaccine. Vote for me. We got the vaccine. But, you know, there's a guy I know who says Obama spent 8 years destroying the economy and Trump fixed it. I said, well, if Obama had destroyed the economy for 8 years, it would have took more than just a year. He said Trump fixed it in his first year. And I said it would have took more than just a year. The truth of the matter is the economy was bad when Obama came in the White House from George Bush. It got a little better and a little better. And after 8 years, it was good. And it had gained momentum when Trump took over. And in Trump's first year, it got even better. But that wasn't because of Trump. He hadn't done anything yet. It's just like people who will look at whatever Biden has done right now. Biden's only been in the White House. He's only been president for a month so far. And there are some Trump supporters who will look at Biden, anything he's done, and say, yeah, he's a terrible president. And I'm like, well, I beg to differ, because I would like to give the guy more than a month to prove what he can do as president. You know, politicians like to lie and exaggerate about what they're going to do, and the world's going to be a better place because I'll be president. That's probably not likely to be true, but I'll give him more than a month, you know, to do something. And people like to bring up the fact that Joe Biden, you know, has been in politics for over 40 years. But I'll say this on behalf of Joe Biden. He was never president for 40 years. It's not like he was president the whole time and didn't do anything. Being senator and congressman is not the same as being president. You do understand that, people who keep saying Joe Biden was been in government. I don't give a shit how long he's been in government. He was never president. And the person he was running against is an evil dummy. The guy's evil and a dummy. So I don't care what Joe Biden does. He will not be worse than an evil dummy. So, no, it's not a mistake. And I'm not a Democrat either. Okay. But the only choices we had in this last election was either vote for Joe Biden or re-elect an evil dummy. So what would you do? What choice did you have besides to make a choice between 78-year-old guy who's been in politics forever or an evil dummy? So I chose the old man, which Trump's old too. He's 4 years younger than Biden. So 78-year-old guy or 74-year-old guy. I mean, let's stop acting like Trump is so much younger and spry and energetic. He's an evil dummy and fat, so he ain't even in good health. But I digress. That's not the point I was trying to make. The point I was making is post online. I've been seeing a lot of posts of white guys feeling sorry for themselves. Basically, these guys are posting, oh, it's it's okay to be white in this country. I'm thinking, have you completely lost your fucking minds? Have you completely lost your mind? It should be great to be white in this country because you don't have no problems because of your skin color. I'm not saying you don't have problems. I'm just saying nobody's giving you a problem because of your skin color. And if they are, it's other white people. Because this country is 70% white and 13% black. So that means the other 17% or 16.5% is Asian people and Mexican people combined. So the 70% white, okay, you should not be having any problems because of skin color. Every problem you have should be based on something else besides skin color. So can you imagine if this country was 70% black? You think we would have black people whining and crying about racism if the country was 70% black? I mean, what I see nowadays from white people whining about how they've been persecuted and that, things are unfair and they're being attacked for being white give me a fucking break. I can't even believe the nonsense and the whining and the crying that I see out of some of these white guys. Like, I can't believe this. I'm so sick and fed up with all the trouble that we get for being white. Be like, shut the fuck up. Are you joking with me? You okay? I mean, what we have to go through on a day-to-day basis, just regular everyday life. And white guys are crying because, I feel attacked. It's okay to be white. Shut up. You got a lot of fucking nerve. This country's 70% white, man. Nobody's giving you any trouble from being white except other white guys. You know what I mean? Like, where this stems from is Coca-Cola told their employees to try to be less white. Now, I don't know why. I don't know why they said it, but, I don't even agree with it. You know what I'm saying? But these are other white guys in management at Coca-Cola who told some of the white employees to try to be less white. So, I don't know what they meant by that. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know why they said it. But I'm guessing it's a politically correct thing, and they were just trying to get across, make a point that, let's try to be a little bit more sensitive to minorities. Basically, I'm guessing. I don't know. I wouldn't have chose those words if I was whoever was in charge at Coca-Cola who told their employees try to be a little less white. That's funny, actually. But I wouldn't have started feeling sorry for myself if I was one of the guys working there. I wouldn't have liked hearing that, what I'm saying, if I was a white guy. But we've had a lot of black people say that they've done that on their own in the business world, that they've come into work and they try to be a little less black. Like, they don't speak slang, they don't talk slang. They make sure they dot their I's and cross their T's, and their English is they use good grammar, and there's no raising their voice, and they don't want to sound threatening or get excited or anything. They're just very bland and speak with good English and perfect grammar as well as they can. Some black people say that, especially if they're in management, so they've done it themselves just so they can blend in and not have an issue with people. But